as she judged her friends about how she destroyed his fragile ego, how she left him destroyed and devastated, how he will never be himself again since she won 2-0 over his fragile ego. I paused and wondered, what exactly is a fragile ego? And what makes an ego fragile, since everyone has an ego, and I mean ego of our self-esteem and identity. Therefore, fragile ego is part of our self-esteem and identity that we don't want people to tamper with. That is, criticize it, label it, or oppose it. And therefore, there are very many types, but here are a few and examples of how people express them. You can identify how to use this ego against the culprits. The assertive ego, not having fear to ask what you want or need. And this is the most common form of ego, as people tend to feel entitled to the extent that their wants should be a priority of other people's needs. And by not budging to their assertiveness, they tend to evolve to psychopathy and narcissistic behaviors. An example is if your partner needs you to spend time together and you file all your tax returns before the deadline, but you decide to go and watch football because it's what you want. When they complain, you call them insensitive and you act as if your ego has been stroked. Assertive ego is a sibling of self-expression ego, where you share your opinions and ideas comfortably and standing up for them. The only challenge with opinions and views is that they are not fact and therefore might not be true or helpful for that fact. Therefore, a person with self-expression ego will want to impose his opinions on others. To break this ego is to ignore these types of people and not giving them even a drop of your time. This leaves them mad to the topest, as they feel that everyone in the world should live their ideas. And you know which people are susceptible to this self-expression ego? The faith ego people. The faith ego is having a conviction or acceptance to certain truth about anything, from religion to everyday life examples. A case in point that the world is evil, and a person with such ego will try to look for all examples in life to support their opinions, and they are vulnerable to extremes like religion, race, or political extremes. Some countries' origins can be a catalyst for such egos to develop, and most people in these countries will have a native ego. The native ego is the identifying of citizenship status, legally indicating membership in his country. She believes that her country is the best in the world. And listeners, you have seen some catastrophe happening after a country bombing innocent civilians and someone starts screaming, USA, USA, or statements like, Woshijongoen. These countries build their nationalism and patriotism by utilizing the purpose of theoretical ego. These are fundamental beliefs about life, purpose, and the universe. You find ideas like capitalism prevalent in these societies, and will tell you that to be happy, you need to have a mountain of objects, of which some you don't need. For your life to have meaning, you have to buy that monster truck that you drive 30 minutes a day to go to a job that you hate, so you can get money to buy the things you don't need. And if any person challenges such philosophical belief, we need to label them with names like commies or hippies. By the way, since we are on hippies, what's wrong with the people with the race ego? And here I don't mean the black and white only. It goes deeper to things like Serbs are better than Serbs, the Okinawas and Kazakhs, the Bants and Nilotics, and they always parade their ethnicity before anything else. To break such people's ego, just remind them of the evils that were done by their ethnicity to other people and observe them as they get defensive. Okay, now let us get so much personal. The guardian ego is the one that emerges in parents, especially those who usually think that they are best parents and their kids are special and perfect. Yet clearly their kids are nothing just but trouble. It's better to get their kids in trouble and then take pictures and post them on social media as they mess up. That's a cure for such ego. By the way, kids are beautiful and a good thing to have. What about people with an attained ego, where before anything, their titles are always known? When you meet them, they are always like, hey, I'm Dr. John, Senator John, Teacher John, and I'm like, hold on, brother, you're moving faster here. Like this doctor was talking to, but he wouldn't shut up about him being a doctor. So I asked him, have you ever graped a patient after putting her on anesthesia? I heard this is a thing there. To be honest, we no wrong talk, and he hates me to his fullest. Was this statement true? I don't know, but at least it made him shut up. His ego died in his arms as I watched. They have their own counterparts with ego of confidence and abilities, and they are always trying to make you look like a soya man in front of your crush. They always go like, last weekend I painted my house, then later roofed it. My car had a problem with a crankshaft. I had to reassemble the whole engine. So what did you do last week? Just in a condescending voice, reply like this: when you were reassembling the engine, I took your wife for a dinner. There is also an aptitude ego. I don't have much to say about this one, as people are born with their natural talent. But if you can run 1,000 miles a day while playing basketball and singing at the same time, please don't rub that one in our face. We might be tempted to bewitch you and you won't like it. Do you know who are the best witches? The politicians. And I don't mean your MP or senator or chairman. I mean the people who are subscribed to an agenda, either left or right. You hear their ego say, the left wants to kill our children, or that the right are going to destroy the world. Really? What are they? An asteroid? Shut up. That's just witchcraft talking. Let me end up with this. The self-regard ego. It's not that of a problem to be kind and understanding. But what do you think you are? Needy Flanders? So you are diddling telling us to have achievable goals? Shut up, Flanders. Anyways, always remember, when darkness falls, you're just around. I'm Demas. See you next.